Hey guys, how you doing? Um, the only reason I really do these videos is I get quite a few emails and even last night I had two people come up to me and say that one person said that like when they get quite down they come and watch these videos of mine and it helps cheer them up and make them feel better. And I have quite a few people reach out to me and say that they find value in the videos, so hence why I do it. It's not some sort of ego thing. I've had an interesting life and continue to have an interesting life and kind of share my learnings on the way so that maybe others don't have to learn in the same way, or maybe they can, avoid some pain by something I say. And so it's 5:30 in the morning. I was up at 4 o'clock or something like that, and I blew my meniscus apart like 10 days ago, so I can't roll. I haven't been back to do weights yet. I've done some like body weight weights at home, doing rehab on my knee, trying to get it as good as I can, because it's probably going to be 3 months or more until I can get surgery. So I've just got to like look after it till then. It's pain free. It's either like in or it's out, so that's fine. But I guess today's message is that you have to put yourself first, and it's something that a lot of guys, a lot of dads struggle with. Yeah, especially dads. They tend to put the family first, put themselves second, and then when they get into their 40s and stuff like that, they have all sorts of health problems and stuff like that, a health scare. Then they kind of get back on the treadmill, as it were. So something I learned from studying business and stuff like that is that often the business owner, and in my case it's me, is like at the top of the tree, so everything kind of hangs off me. And that's a very dangerous place to be in terms of a sole trade or a business, right? Because if something happens to me, then like the business can be in trouble. So it's very important that you train your staff and train assistant instructors as soon as you start a school, as soon as you start a business. Start aiming to replace yourself. Start like really invest in high quality coaching and training for your staff, so if something does happen, then the wheels keep turning, the business continues, it's business as usual. You don't have to panic and freak out. You can trust your staff. You don't have to stress. If I have to go overseas like I had to go overseas a couple of times last year from my mum was in bad health, and then this year she passed away. I could take off for a week. I don't even think about the gym. I know it's going to be clean. I know that my assistant instructors have been well trained. I don't have to worry about them. I don't have to think that something untoward is going to happen. Nobody's going to be stealing anything, and the instruction is going to be as good as they can possibly do it. And I place absolute trust and faith in them, and that comes down to like investing in them. If you haven't invested in your coaches, regardless of what grade they are, I pay my white belts if they teach. Yeah, if they're assistant instructors, I pay my white belts. Yeah, I don't care like what grade they are. If you have a blue card, and if you're on the mat helping me assistant teach on a regular basis, or like if I'm hiring you to help me run a class, then I pay my white belts, because everybody deserves, even if it's $20, it doesn't matter. It's valuing their time and their effort, and it makes them focus. Like some gyms, a lot of gyms will be like, well, take the kids class a couple of times a week and then just don't worry about paying fees. But that sets a really, really dangerous precedent, because they see everything as free, right? And because they're not being paid, there's no dollar value attached to their teaching, so they're just going to teach like whatever, right? So it's much, much better, pay your staff and let them pay fees. They pay fees for the classes that they attend, and then you pay them when they assist, instruct, or if they take the class by themselves. It's a much, much better way to do it. But getting back to like prioritizing yourself, like I've got class at 7:30 this morning. Yesterday was a rest day. I had in my diary that I was going to ride this morning. It gets very hot here in Queensland in Australia, really fast. It's probably 24 degrees already. It's going to be like 33 or 34 today, so it's going to be very, very hot, very, very humid. There's no chance of me being able to do any training in the afternoon. I have to start doing security work at 3:30 till like 11. So I have to get up. I had to go to bed early last night, get up early, on the bike first thing, get my fitness and my training done, get all my endorphins going, put me in a good, happy place, and then I'm in an excellent place to be able to help everybody else today, whether it's my students, whether it's my assistant instructors, whether it's the patrons that I'm dealing with at the venue tonight. Then I need to be in my best, which means I need to be happy, healthy, fit, and feeling good. And then, so like that means putting yourself first. Yeah, as the business owner, it's a mistake that I made when I had my gyms in Melbourne. Initially, I did exactly what I knew I should be doing. I would get up early in the morning, I would do my own training, then I would go to the gym and look after everybody else. When I ended up with a whole stack of gyms and affiliates, I'd wake up in the morning and silly me, I'd check my emails, there'd be 50 emails. That's an hour and a half gone answering all of those. Oh, there's no time to train. Now I've got to go to the gym and teach the guys. Then I'm teaching them. I end up rolling instead of doing what I was supposed to be doing. And you just end up losing yourself in the business, and it becomes a real drag and you're not at your best. So it's very important as the business owner, whether it's a martial arts school, it doesn't matter what the business is. Yeah, you have to be number one because you're the one running it. So if you're not at your best, then how can you possibly give your best to others? You know, especially those of us in a service industry. But even if you're in a product industry, then you're still going to have staff, you're still running the business, you're still interacting with people, and you need to be at your best so you can make good decisions. So prioritize yourself, guys. Don't, especially the dads out there. I train a lot of dads, and I know what they're like. They put the family first, like they're doing FIFO work, they're doing whatever they can. It's hard at the moment financially for everybody. The whole world, the whole country's under a lot of financial stress. Everyone's working loads and there's not a lot of time for yourself. But if you can't make time for yourself, then you have to make time for your health, right? You can't do both. You can't like burn the candle at both ends, don't train that much and abuse your body with shitty food, which is really common when you're doing FIFO work. You're out of routines and things like that. So if you can't train, then you have to be way more careful with your diet, or else you're just going to end up fat with, you know, a whole bunch of heart conditions and whatever else that goes with it. So prioritize yourself, make sure that you're the first one that gets trained in the morning, and then you can look after everybody else. Speaking of which, I better get on my bike. That's enough talking.